Welcome to your weekday Cup of the Word. We're in Psalm 6, and Psalm 6 is what is considered a penitential psalm. The reason it's called a penitential psalm is because it is a penitent psalm. It is David asking God for mercy because David has sinned. In other psalms, you will hear David saying, "Save me from the wicked person," or "Deal with this wicked enemy." Here, David says, "I'm the wicked one. I have done wrong, and God be merciful." You will see the language in here of David not just having sinned, and we don't know, by the way, what sin it is in this particular case. You don't just see David saying, "I've sinned," but you see David's heart, his attitude towards his sin. There's weeping, there is sighing, there is a bed that is, as he says, swimming with tears over the grief that he has done. And David is surrounded by enemies that apparently are there because of a consequence of his sin. Whatever David did has led to these enemies. And David is saying, "God, don't give me the full brunt of the punishment I deserve. I know I deserve to be destroyed. I know I deserve for things to turn out absolutely horribly. But God, I'm asking for your mercy to save me from what I deserve." Thankfully, we know we have the kind of God who does that very, very thing. When you turn to the New Testament and you see Jesus, what you see is God coming down in human form to give us life, even though we deserved death. And so this psalm ends up with David saying, "My enemies will be ashamed. They will turn back because, God, I know you will save me, not because I deserve it, not because I am great, but because you are great." And so even within this psalm of great grief and sorrow, you see David saying, "I know, God, you are the kind of God that forgives and will lead me back to where I ought to be." What a wonderful, wonderful, powerful thing to know that when we bring our sorrows and our griefs and our sins before God, He has that kind of a character to not turn His back on us, but to turn to us as children with forgiveness and mercy. That's your daily cup. And we'll see you tomorrow.